say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Author and activist Helen Keller wrote, "Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light." We come together from near and far to celebrate our graduating students as they complete the final steps on this part of their educational journey. We celebrate their accolades and achievements, their contributions and connections, their patience and perseverance, their resilience and resolve. We celebrate these and all of their family, friends, faculty, and staff who have walked with them on their journey.
Welcome to all of our 2021 master's and doctoral candidates. I know that this virtual on-demand ceremony was not your or our first choice. Certainly we wanted to be together, sharing each other's company and sharing in the joy of your experience. But this virtual on-demand ceremony provides the greatest health benefit to our community while also allowing you to share this special moment with the people that you love, your family and friends. And that is really what's most important. There's nothing more important than the health and safety of our students and their families. The faculty, staff, and students, and all of our graduates have been absolutely magnificent during this COVID pandemic. Amidst anxiety, life-altering challenges and behaviors, and enormous difficulties, you've all acted with forethought and courage. You've acted with diligence and a desire to protect the health and safety of every individual. You have accomplished some great things. And amidst all of that, you've also reached a most important milestone. Perhaps this milestone is even more significant given the immense challenges that each and every one of you have faced, both in your studies, but also in your lives. Allow me to be the first to salute your achievement, your diligence, your character, and your perseverance. The families of today's graduates have supported and loved you through every step of the journey, through good times and bad, and in countless ways, they've nurtured your success on this most important day. So for this and so much more, thank you to all the families of our graduates. I'd also like to salute our outstanding faculty. They've taught and mentored you. They've helped you reflect and act. They've helped you engage, not just with your studies, but with your future and your careers. And they'll never allow you to stop learning about this incredible world. So to our faculty, we thank you. And finally, our dedicated staff, who through great effort and passion serve as educators and role models for our students, making this Maryville community a very special place. There's one more group of people whose devotion and service to Maryville requires special mention and that's our Board of Trustees. These men and women generously give of their time, their talent, and their treasure for the advancement of Maryville on all fronts. And to our Board of Trustees, we say thank you. Finally, we have a number of our graduates, our alumni, our family and friends who are or who have actively served as members of the United States Armed Forces. Since December 7th, 1941, these men and women have defended this country and gave their all. And to our veterans, we say thank you. Now it's my pleasure to welcome Paralympic ski medalist, best-selling author, and Fortune 500 leadership consultant Bonnie St. John, our 2021 commencement speaker.
Congratulations to the Maryville class of 2021. Some people have graduated magna cum laude, but I think everyone in this crazy world with the pandemic and the quarantine, I think everyone has graduated. Thank you, Lordy. What an incredible year. You should be so proud of yourselves for persevering and making it through such a difficult time as the world has rarely seen before. I have been able to go through a lot of hard times too, having had my leg amputated when I was 5 years old and then going on to become a ski racer and become part of the U.S. team, winning medals in Innsbruck, Austria for skiing. But it was a long journey, just being at the Olympics. I want to share a story from being at the Olympics. I was the third ranked one-legged woman in the U.S., and they only took 3 one-legged women on the team. So after years and years of training, I barely squeaked onto the team and was just so glad to get my ticket to Innsbruck, Austria, my team jacket. My mother came to Innsbruck, Austria to watch me compete, and you may find this hard to believe, but she had never actually seen me in a ski race before. She was a school teacher. She worked in the school system, and she couldn't just take off and follow me around to ski races. But when I made it on the U.S. team and I was going to compete at the Paralympics in Innsbruck, Austria, she took time off and she came with me. Now, the other thing about my mother, God rest her soul, is she was not a huge sports fan. So she kind of scratched her head while I was taking time off from college to race and raise money and wait tables and do those things. And, you know, she was just hoping I would get back on track and one day do what you're doing today, which is graduate from college. So when we went to Innsbruck, Austria, and she was there to watch me compete, she saw all the hoopla, 100 different countries represented and 500 athletes and all the flags. And she was getting kind of excited, like, yeah, this was a good thing. She watched me come down the first run of the slalom race. So the slalom is the really tight turns around the red and blue poles. And I came down the first run of the slalom race, and when they posted all the times, my time was number 1 in the world. Naturally, my mother went berserk. She was so excited. She said, you know, I don't understand jogging, but winning, I like this. And my brother rolled her in the snow to cool her off. So it actually takes 2 runs combined time to take home a medal. So I was in first place after the first run, but I had to go back up and do it again. Now, if you're not a skier, you wouldn't necessarily know that you never ski the same course twice. It's not like the 50-yard dash where you run the same track over and over again. The ski course is always different because the snow gets all chewed up in the first run. So they set a new course and they set it intentionally different. They don't even try to set it the same. So I'm waiting at the top for my turn. A few other women go down this second run and they radio back up to the top and they tell us that women are crashing. There's this dangerous icy spot on the course and everybody's crashing. Now, I ski on one leg. I don't even wear my prosthesis. So it's just one ski that I'm going down and I'm racing against other women on one ski. And what we're hearing is everybody's falling on this icy spot. So at the top, I'm thinking, I don't need to go all out. I don't need to do anything crazy. I just need to stay standing and maybe I could win. And as I said, nobody had expected me to win. I was the 3rd ranked one-legged woman in the U.S. Nobody expected me to beat my other 2 teammates, never mind anybody else in the world. So here I am in a position to get the gold. And I had trained all summer on a glacier. I had trained with two-legged skiers. I had pushed myself hard. This wasn't just luck. I had worked hard to surprise everybody and be able to potentially win the gold. So I'm standing at the top thinking, I might win, I might crash. A lot of women are crashing. I break the timing wand. I'm hitting the red and blue poles. I was actually sponsored by a group called the National Brotherhood of Skiers, which is a national black ski organization. And 32 members had come to cheer me on. And these people had been passing the hat to raise money for me, giving me places to stay across the country when I was training, giving me ski clothes. I grew up in San Diego. I didn't even have any winter clothes. So they had helped me so much. And my teammates said, Bonnie, you have a really big family. They saw these black people standing out screaming on the hill in Innsbruck. Kind of stands out, Anyway, I just said, yes, I have a really big family because I had gotten so much support. So I'm there on this run for the gold. I'm hitting the red and the blue poles. I'm so focused on just getting over the finish line. I can't even hear all the people cheering for me. And I get to where I can see the finish line. And I think I've made it. I'm over the ice. I'm going to win. And that's when I hit it. Oh, man. I tried to hold on. I tried to hold my edge, but I couldn't do it. And I fell. So all of a sudden, I'm sitting on my rear end in the snow. I thought I was going to win the gold, but I am sitting on my rear end in the snow. It's funny, when I think about that moment, I think about what this year must have been like for you. You've been going through college, working hard, doing all the right things, and then, suddenly you find yourself sidelined, and studying virtually, and everything is on its end. And how do you find a job when you graduate? And, everything is just a lot harder than you thought it would be. You could taste that victory, and all of a sudden, boom, you're sitting in the snow. I just wanted to give up. I was so close to winning, and it was gone. But my training was always to finish, no matter what. My training, my coaches, my encouragement that I had from my family. So even without making a decision, I got up, grabbed my equipment, and got over the finish line. And when the dust cleared, all the top women had taken the tightest line, hit the dangerous ice, fallen down, gotten up. So my time was still comparable because all the top women had fallen down and gotten up. When the dust cleared, I was still in third place. I won the bronze medal, and I got to stand on the winner's podium with the U.S. flag waving behind me, my mother crying in the snow, and being awarded the bronze medal. Now, the woman who won the gold, I beat her in the first run. So when nothing went wrong, I had the fastest time in the world. I was the best skier. In the second run, she also fell. So I realized she didn't beat me by skiing faster. She beat me by getting up faster. She couldn't ski faster than I could. She fell, I fell. So the only way she could have beaten me was by getting up faster. So I must have had that split second of sitting down and feeling sorry for myself. She got up without hesitation and got over the finish line. That's such a great metaphor for what's happening now, because you've been knocked down. You're struggling with getting your education, with then looking for what's next. What job are you going to have? What impact are you going to make on the world? But you know what? You're in a world where everybody is equally knocked down. So you don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is try to get up a little bit faster, and you can still win the bronze or win the gold. Either way, you can get back in the game, get back on track. Just get up as fast as you can and get back in the game. I was actually quoted on a Starbucks cup saying that people fall down, winners get up, but sometimes the gold medal winner is just the person who gets up the fastest. So I know there's a lot going on, and it's not always easy to get up fast, but to the extent you can, and that you can help each other to do that, that can make a tremendous difference. So you've had a lot of ups and downs this year, and I just want to really acknowledge that, and that to make it to this point, you are a strong and resilient person, and I think we should celebrate that, and you should celebrate that, and I'm sure your family is celebrating that, and so proud of you. and just cheering you on and lifting you up and supporting you. And that's as it should be. And I know some of you are in the military, and I want to thank you for your service and for your tenacity. And some of you are studying from far away and studying virtually. And again, a lot of tenacity and perseverance and rolling with the punches, rolling with what's going on and making it all work. Some of you have children. Some of you have other jobs and are doing a lot. And so I just want to celebrate what everybody has done to get here. And families who are listening in as well, for you to help and support your graduate to this moment. It's really a shared accomplishment when you think about it. It's not just one person. It sort of takes a village to get somebody to this point, especially in today's world with everything going on. And so the support that you've given the graduate makes such a difference. So important. And, you know, you all have had it hard, and I want to acknowledge that. But I just also want to share that I've had a lot of hard things in my life. My leg was amputated when I was 5 years old. I spent a lot of my childhood in and out of hospitals. And then in school, I got teased by other kids. I thought I would never get a date as a girl with a clunky wooden prosthesis that I had to wear. You know, when you're a teenager, you're worried about, having a date or being attractive or what you're going to do. And for me, with this clunky wooden prosthesis, I never felt pretty. And it was so hard. And my sister said something to me that was very motivating. She said, it's not that you'll never get a date. She said, you'll never have to date jerks. And actually, it's funny when you think about that. And I think it's been true. I certainly will give my husband the credit too, is that it maybe filters out some people that are a little shallow. So this hardship can be so character building. I know people probably say that to you and you probably get tired of hearing it, but it will make you stronger. Nietzsche is famous for saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you absolutely are going to be stronger because of what you've been through in this period. And I know many of you have used this downtime to do community service, maybe to invent things, to build websites, to do art projects. And so to the extent that you can, take some of this downtime and use it to be productive, use it to grow yourself, use it to make a difference in the world. And some of you may be struggling to find jobs. So if you can use some of that time to volunteer, to help out, I know many of you have, and I want to thank you for that too. So all my life, I've had to take the challenges, having my leg amputated, being teased by other kids. My stepfather was also abusive. My father left before I was born. My mother remarried somebody who was abusive to my sister and I. So I've had a lot of different challenges in my life. And Nietzsche, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So take all the difficulties you've had while you're going through college and just know that it has made you stronger, and that as you go out to build the rest of your life, you have new muscles that you can use, because life keeps throwing you challenges. I have to say, I thought that, once I learned how to walk on my prosthesis, once I got myself into college, once I got out of college, I always thought, okay, now it's going to get easier. And it doesn't necessarily get easier. You get a job and you struggle in your first job, and then you get a family and you struggle with things with your kids. And, life is always throwing you curveballs. And so the muscles you've built dealing with the curveballs you've been thrown while in college will make you more able to handle everything that life is going to dish out at you. You just get better at getting up after you fall down. You'll be able to get up even faster through the rest of your life. I want to share one more story with you about one of my coaches, Warren Witherell. And he was more than a ski coach. He's in the Hall of Fame for snow skiing, but he's also in the Hall of Fame for water skiing. He competed, but he was a coach for many people who were competitive and went to the Olympics. He founded Burke Mountain Academy, which is a school, the first school in North America for ski racers. It was a high school where you could ski and compete. And when he created that school, it was a game changer, because Americans had a tough time competing with Europeans when it came to alpine skiing. because our kids would train and then they'd be taken out of their school for the winter and tutored, and it would be a lot of upheaval, and that's how they would ski race. So, but once he started Burke Mountain Academy, you arrived in September, you started training, dry land training for skiing, doing the optimized physical training to get you ready for skiing, and the whole school in the winter would go to races on the weekends, and during the week, half the school would ski in the morning and have classes in the afternoon, and the other half did it the other way around. So the whole school was optimized for skiing. And so I got a full scholarship to attend that school senior year, and that was a game changer for me. I was able to get strong enough on one leg and get the skills and the training that I needed to become a ski champion. I grew up in San Diego, California. They don't even have snow there. I had to go a long way away to get to the mountains to train, and it was expensive and complicated. So having a full scholarship to go to a school for ski racers was a dream come true. So Warren Witherell made all the difference for me. Quick caveat, on the first day of school at Burke Mountain Academy, I fell down off a piece of training equipment and broke my leg. I only have one leg, so I broke my only leg, and had to train and lift weights and do everything with no legs, right? And that was a real struggle, but that's a whole nother story. I stuck with it, and by the end of the year, I was able to become a ski champion. So fast forward 20 years after that, I got back in touch with Warren Witherell. He reached out to me and he asked me to give a speech at graduation for the high school kids that he was working with. And he had started another school in Colorado. So he had started the school in Vermont. There were other schools that were modeled on Burke Mountain Academy that followed suit. But he was now in Colorado working at a school. And he asked me to come out and speak at their graduation. So when the guy who changed your life and made you a champion asks you to come out and speak, you go, right? You say, how high do you want me to jump? So I flew out to Denver. He picked me up, and we drove up to Crested Butte, which is like a 4-hour drive. Now, when I was 17, I was asking him, how do I wax my skis? But 20 years later, I was interested in how did you build so many champions, Warren? And we talked for hours. And I just want to leave you with one thing, one thought from all those years ago, is he said, I never built champions one at a time. I created communities of champions, because you can only push one person so far. But when you have a group of people who are passionate about what they do, and they're sharing ideas, and they're cheering for each other's success and picking each other up when they fall down, everybody goes further. And he did that in so many different scenarios, but particularly alpine skiing. He helped the best American alpine skiers to be able to get to the level of competing with the Europeans. Michaela Schifrin, who was in the last Olympics, went to Burke Mountain Academy. So his influence, he's passed away now, but his influence has continued to shape our ability to compete in America in snow skiing. So as you think about this last year, I'm sure there are many people who helped lift you up, many people who were part of your community of champions, your family celebrating with you at your graduation today, and your friends and your teachers. And I'm sure there are many, many people who have been part of your community of champions. So I hope that you will thank them and celebrate this achievement with them and continue to build your communities of champions as you move forward into the world. And I'm sure your strength and your resilience will allow you to have an incredible impact on the world. Thank you.
Hello, I am Cherie Pfister, and I serve as Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you to all who are gathered to witness this important moment in the academic and professional lives of these master's levels candidates. It's my honor to address the candidates today. You are graduating with different advanced degrees, but I believe as individuals you share many characteristics, and those are the things that I will talk about briefly today. As you began this educational journey, you were each able to imagine new possibilities for yourselves. You were ready to stir things up and create change for yourselves and likely for the people with whom you live and work. You each had the initiative and ambition to pursue and finish an advanced degree, and you've all demonstrated persistence and resilience and your belief in the value of lifelong learning, whatever the circumstances. During your experience at Maryville, you have all been thinkers, researchers, and writers preparing to be practitioners thoroughly versed in your discipline. You carefully examined the big ideas and theories that shape your field. And then you also analyzed and crafted the careful, case-specific details that enhanced your success in the professional environment you studied. Throughout your studies, with the assistance of your professors and mentors, you cultivated the skills and attributes of a mature thinker and responsive professional. These include the ability to meet complexity or uncertainty without fear, to be challenged, certainly, but to have confidence in your education and your experience so you can disentangle variables and generate solutions for intricate situations or problems. To communicate with precision and, if needed, persuasion. To empathize with an audience, a client, a student, an organization, or a unique point of view in order to discern the best approach to problem solving or communicating. To be a thoughtful and decisive leader in situations that require action. To be a collaborator in those that require cooperation. And to be an individual in those that require independence and integrity. While you have undeniably been the driver in this educational experience, it is not something anyone does alone. Without a doubt, you have done the heavy lifting. But I hope you will remember with deep satisfaction the pleasure of working together with classmates and with faculty. I hope you will recall the enhancement of your ideas and plans because someone listened and responded thoughtfully. I hope you will smile as you remember a classmate's success because you generously contributed your best ideas to its development. And I really hope that this experience of working together is replicated in your professional lives. I hope you are fortunate enough and intentional enough to develop relationships with your professional colleagues so that in the best of times, you are able to think together. And together move forward to make plans and find solutions that are stronger for the shared thinking. I am confident that you have experienced a collaborative effort outside your Maryville circle as well. Family, spouses, partners, and friends have no doubt encouraged and sustained you in this achievement. So while this ceremony and this time is deservedly all about you, I remind you to sometime soon acknowledge the people who have helped you, whether they are physically with you at this moment or simply reside in your hearts. In closing, let me offer my congratulations to you on this milestone. The world needs you now, perhaps as it has never before, to be your smartest, strongest, most caring selves. You will always be a welcome sight at Maryville. This will forever be your community. On behalf of the president of the university, Dr. Mark Lombardi, on behalf of Maryville's alumni, faculty, and staff, you have our sincerest wishes for a rich and purposeful and successful life. Congratulations on this accomplishment. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Andrew Scott Howard, who represents the students participating in this ceremony. Mr. Howard is a student in the Walker College of Health Professions and is receiving his Master of Arts in Rehabilitation Counseling. Mr. Howard?
What is the greatest gift you have ever received? My name is Andy Howard, and I am a member of the graduating class in the Rehabilitation Counseling Program. I am extremely humbled and honored to share this moment with all of you. So, what is the greatest gift you've ever received? I would like to propose that is the gifts that don't follow a purchase that can be the most rewarding. like seeing your nieces grow up with enthusiasm for the world, like receiving a handwritten letter from your dad, or perhaps getting goosebumps when you've helped someone in their time of need. And those truth bumps are a great sign that we are experiencing what matters most to us and what moves us. And yes, having extrinsic things are essential, and we all crave to have nice things. And yet, as we have different life experiences, I do believe we become more driven by the intrinsic rewards. Joseph Campbell, an author and professor, stated, "I don't believe people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they're looking for the experience of being alive." Usually, we feel the most alive when those values are fulfilled. One area of our lives is greatly occupied by our work, and it is our hope that our careers are able to fuel a portion of that aliveness. So, how do we find what makes us feel alive? We've all been asked, what do you want to be? What are you passionate about? All those big life questions. Maybe a better way to word that would be, what do you want to give yourself? What experiences do you want to have? Our minds are great at analyzing things, but it will not provide the ultimate answer. And when we search for those answers, the resting place is found in our hearts. Therein lies our values and what matters most to us. It is what led us all to Maryville and embark on a new educational endeavor. As we graduate today, some of us are continuing an existing path, while others are starting over. But each was a courageous answer to our heart's call. To the graduating class of 2021, what can we say? We faced a great deal of uncertainty while earning this degree. Whether our choice of study was in healthcare, business, or education, we were met with a new set of obstacles. There's always mental strain and stress that comes with the territory of earning a graduate degree. But to do that in the middle of a pandemic is quite the accomplishment. From being on Zoom for 4.5 hours on a given night, to having discerned the constant backdrop of worry about our families and our own health. Not to mention balancing life's many tasks such as maintaining a job, childcare, home ownership, and many other responsibilities. Where did we get that energy? At times, many of us were pushed to new levels of stress. And even in the face of these circumstances, we succeeded. The path to graduating today was supported by many, as we do not succeed alone. I would like to personally thank my family for their constant love and support, as it means the world to me. We celebrate our families today just as much as our accomplishments. To our professors, who had to persevere in changing how they educate and empower us to become professionals, thank you for your continued dedication and inspiration. To our classmates, we were united together as students, and now we will forever be bonded as alumni and colleagues. We made it. In closing, I should have proposed the opening question differently. What is the greatest gift you've given yourself? I feel the greatest gift we have received today is the gift of our education. The greatest thing about the gift of our education is that it multiplies. Most gifts don't multiply like our education, as we use the expertise we learned here at Maryville. And as our journeys move into the next chapter, it will be so exciting to see where our paths lead us. And whatever path greets you, please continue to listen to your heart. And that is the greatest gift you could ever give yourself. Thank you, and congratulations on all your amazing accomplishments.
On behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, I wish you a warm congratulations on your accomplishments. While we have no doubt the end of your academic journey was punctuated in grit, grace, and perseverance, our hope is that you remember your time at Maryville fondly, one of exploration, creativity, embracing change, forging new relationships, and the start on a path to lifelong learning. Commencement is a day that symbolizes your hard work, and while today is decidedly all about you, we offer our gratitude to the family and friends that supported you on your journey. Now, despite our current environment, I hope you find moments of celebration and relish in this milestone. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you all the best as you drive change and shape the future.
Anne Baca, Janet Gale Bailman, John Cambron, Paige Marcellet Heitman, Maria Camilla Rico, Gabrielle Fales, Sydney Lane Taylor, Madison Agatstein, Abbas Al-Abdul-Mohsen, Fawaz Fahad M. Al-Askari, Siham Atiya Al-Ghamdi, Nadia Al-Harbi, Heba Al-Hazmi, Reina Al-Suleimani, Neha Bandari, Connor James Brendel, Han Mi Dow, Tyler William Gardner, Paulo Renato Gonzalez Castro, Jill Hai Moreau, E. Keen Q, Young Wan Lu, Belkis Elena Mata, Jar Sang Moon, Subhashmita Panda, Arwa Hilal Suruji, Yangni Tu, Austin William Winter.
Hello, my name is Dr. Mascheal Jenkins, and I am the Dean of the Walker College of Health Professions. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Walker College of Health Professions, I wish you a warm congratulations on earning your degree. We want you to know that we are proud of your tenacity and resilience in reaching this important milestone in your life and career, especially during a pandemic. Over the past year, it has been evident that the need for health professionals is greater than ever. Thank you for your commitment to helping others and making a positive contribution to the health of society. We celebrate and salute you for this important accomplishment and hope that as you celebrate, you will be sure to acknowledge and thank the faculty, staff, friends, colleagues, and family members who have challenged you, supported you, and walked side by side with you to help you achieve your dream. I wish the very best to you in all of your future endeavors, and we at Maryville look forward to staying in touch with you. Congratulations.
Taylor Michelle Cowden, Andrew Scott Howard, Krista Marie Moore, Ashley K. Odell, Sarah Marie Parker, Lauren Elizabeth Sullivan, Rebecca Escarpe Almagella, Lorraine Thomas Childs, Michelle Renee Constable, Noelle May Parker, Justin John Plowman, Amanda Ricketts, Aubrey West, Allison P. Kelly, Laura Bailey, Emily Catherine Bozada, Anne Berry Finocchiaro, Nabila M. Furkan, Sarah Brownell Goldberg, Sarah Marie Goodwillie, Sarah Helene Gordon, Alyssa Jean Haney, Carly Renee Kalagian, Madison Heeman, Catherine Claire Heidbreyer, Ryan Paul Hughes, Allison Rebecca Intagliata, Morgan Jane Justison, Alicia E. Lewicki, Jordan Murray, Courtney Lynn Moffett, Brianna Lee Newton, Gina Elise Pinchek, Caitlin Riley, Samantha Schooler, Alyssa Danielle Tarquinio, Sarah Jane Whiston.
Welcome to Maryville University and to our commencement celebration. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the John E. Simon School of Business, I want to extend our heartiest congratulations to each of you on earning your degree. While this virtual ceremony is not how any of us would prefer to be celebrating today, we want you to know that we are so very proud of your tenacity and resilience in reaching this important milestone in your life and career. Life as we knew it, and the business world more specifically, was forever changed by the pandemic. You are graduating into an environment that will ask, or more likely demand, that you are creative problem solvers who are facile with technology, agile and flexible in the wake of ambiguity, and resilient as you manage the many changes you will encounter. Being here today, earning your degree during a challenging pandemic, is a testament to the great work you have done and to the important mindset you have developed that will surely serve you well on the next leg of your professional journey. We celebrate and salute you for this important accomplishment and hope that as you celebrate, you will be sure to acknowledge and thank the faculty, staff, friends, colleagues, and family members who have challenged you, supported you, and walked side by side with you to help you achieve your dream. They and we extend our very best to you in all your endeavors, and we look forward to staying in touch with you. Congratulations.
Stephanie Perez, Catherine Alexandra Shaw, Abby Stolzer, James Joseph Bearden, Hope Yvonne Beckton, Chelsea Lind Belt, Allison Claire Beinpatel, Anthony Joseph Beinpatel, Catherine Lynn Bosworth, Nicholas Edward Brameyer, Kevin Dwight Brevard Jr., Rayanne Alyssa Brock, Jeffrey Allen Burnett, David Berezzo, Kieran Carroll, Kenton Bradley Kaufman, Michelle Jean Kaufman, Amber Coleman, Allison Leanne Crawford, Arturo Matthew Cummings, Carla Pryor Curry, Sabrina DePonte, Brianna Nicole Day, Nicholas R. Eastwood, Sarah Michelle Fasheen, Emily Ann Fleming, Edward Raffaele Floretta III, Richard Wayne IV, Francis Farai Gandawa, Ashley Garvey, Tiffany Glasgow, Brian Godfrey, Benjamin Jacob Goldenhirsch, Kevin M. Gregory, Kevin Joseph Griffin, Hira Amarani, Jill Suzanne Hartsfield, George Adam Hymos, Alana E. Hoover, Tyler John Hopwood, Bethany Page Huntington, Hannah Marie Ice, Ashley Karth, Gilbert Charles Keel Jr., Christian H. Kiersgaard, Andrew Klauser, Michael Douglas Kleekomp, Misty Dawn Kugler, Angela Suzanne Lauer, Juan V. Lewis, Andera Lokule, Tanner Marshall, Kelsey Lauren McGee, Sadie Yareth Molina, Abigail Claire Moniz, Megan E. Nooner, Kaylee Newland, Jake Glenn Newman, Jose Adrian Nagumtru, Thomas Paul Neiman, Anthony Chukwudi Okogbanin, Kayang Miu, Mame Awusu Ansa, Virat Pankaj Parekh, Timothy Michael Parkin, Danielle L. Patrick, Yadira Elizabeth Perez, Javeria Pervez, Olivia Irene Reese, Dahlia Regev, Patrick Ryan, Cynthia Sanchez Martinez, Shannon Nicole Sauer, Tara Schilling, Tawanda M. Schultz, Alexander Mario Sidawi, Dara Lynn Singh, Cassidy Jessica Smith, Melissa Ann Smith, Kestrel Smoot, Victoria Soto, Neil Edward Steinbach, Kayla Lachey Stewart, Anthony Allen Stryker, Reagan Julia Strini, Eno Bong Ernest Umon, Christina Vigil, Ashley Nicole Vinson, Shelby Nicole Weeb, Kelly Michelle Wren, Michael Austin Zambrana, Yi Chung, Aisha Akhtar, Haran Anthony Immersing Her, Kenny Augusta, Adam R. Bainbridge, Dara Deshay Ballard, Robert Barzilowski, Karim Ayman Basili Gurgis, Brandon L. Beaudry, Daniel Boniface, Nicholas Booker, Andrew John Borromeo Robel, Jasmine Lynn Bringell, Anthony Michael Brown, Ariel Jeffrey Brown, Rolina Dean Bruns, Avantis Cabrera,
Lillian Joy Callahan,
Kelsey Annalisa Carlisle, Matthew James Carrington, Tiffany E. Clay, Mike Colbert, Keith Collins, Justin Glenn Conway, Sophia Seichert, Petronilla Mutindi David, Stephanie Diane Day, Dylan Dearduff, Charlene Dykes, Yandi Engo, Courtney Farrell, Sarah Christine Fleming, Crystal Foist, Charles J. Frelland, Eric William Friedel, Victoria Page Gadke, John Patrick Guyman, Samuel Aaron Gindoff, Brian Goggin, Anthony Mason Graham Jr., Nikita Carnell Greer, Deborah Gutman, James David Hamilton, Gregory Palmer Hampton, Brock R. Hansen, Derek Maurice Hearn, Curtis Henry, Tanya Angeli Hernandez Colon, Jeremiah W. Hinnon, John Hollenberg, Hayden Lee House, Nicholas Peter Hudson, Christopher Jackson, Thomas M. Jarrett, Courtney Radisha Jones, Garjo Carr, Kevin Kennerly, Devin Joseph King, Colby Klein Lamkin, Camille Jane Lashley, Tony Lee, Michelle Ann Loos, Nicholas M. Loynd, Zachary William Millette, Andreas Mandelenis, Meritus Kamaya Manis, Angelo Lamar Martinez, Sean Mayers, Crystal Dale McCullum, Jeanette McConnell, Brittany J. Menego, Dalton Messman, Kevin Miller, Ali Mirza, Corey W. Mohite, Dennis Moorhead Meinhardt, Cora Renee Nares, Jessie A. Newsham, Margaret Elizabeth Novak, Sarah Obie, Eric Olson, Michael O. Oyegoki, Eljo Padanamarco George, Reese Parker, Willella Polly, Kimberly Pembleton, Percival Peters, Wyatt Heston Peterson, Benjamin Patrick Elim Pon, Ivy Poire Marco, Tyler L. Porter, William Tyler Pranger, Muhammad Hafizur Rahman, Ariana Gabrielle Ramirez, Tanya Ramirez, Jane Scott Rasmussen, Kim Therese Rivers, Lindsay Vaughn Robbins, Levon D'Angelo Roll, Babatunde Salisu, Janelle Ashley Saunders, Jill Christine Shinsky, Eric Andrew Schley, Shane Schmidt, Megan Elizabeth Shaw, Jonathan Lee Sherwood, Connor Simmons, Brittany Danielle Scoble, Andrew Scornia, John Michael Stewart, Jonathan Bradley Stidham, Weston Suber, Stacy Wagner, Connor Reed Walter, Taylor Z. Ward, Michelle Virginia Workmeister, Deanna Whitaker, Jacqueline July Widows, Alexandra Wildman, Marcellus Willis, Nathan Ryan Wolfmeyer, Zenith Hu Feishu, Stuart Zahner.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Education, I want to wish you a heartfelt congratulations on earning your degree. While we have no doubt the end of your academic journey was punctuated with grit, grace, and perseverance, our hope is that you remember your time with us fondly. A time of exploration, creativity, embracing differences, forming meaningful relationships, and the start on the path of lifelong learning. Commencement is a day that symbolizes your hard work, and while today is decidedly about you, we offer our gratitude to the family and friends that supported you on your journey. Despite our current environment, I hope you find moments of time to celebrate and relish in this significant accomplishment. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Please stay in touch. We are looking forward to hear how you change the world.
Kara Meredith Alexander, Carrie Ahrens, Chloe E. Crandall, Yasmin Golami, Maggie Gray, Cecilia Francis Lamarche, Milena Simic Marler, Emily R. Moeller, Yasmin T. Musa, Lisa Otten, Kelly Randolph.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the Maryville University faculty, I confer upon you the appropriate degrees as have been completed or will be completed, and invest in you all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
According to philosopher and spiritual teacher, the Buddha, health is the greatest gift, contentment, the greatest wealth, faithfulness, the best relationship. As we conclude this celebration, we send you forth with the following blessings. May you have success and fulfill your career ambitions. May you have strength to overcome all obstacles. And may you have health, living a long and happy life. May you have family and friends, faithful companions on your journey. And may you have contentment, the only wealth that gives you peace. Congratulations, Maryville graduates.
Dear class of 2021, I'm beyond excited to represent our graduating class in the closing of a chapter in our lives. In the beginning, the ringing of the bell celebrated the incoming of our class and bold new changes that we will make at Maryville University. And today, we are closing this chapter through the ringing of our bell. Congratulations, class of 2021. I'm so proud of us, and I know we're going to do amazing things.